Hey everybody, what's going on? Alan here. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for tuning in, because this one is going to be a fun one for us. Not just some random repair, but we get to add some cosmetics, some coolness, some looks to the truck here finally. Something I've been wanting to do for a while, because I didn't want to just do a normal like roll pan. Everybody does roll pans, and it's just, I didn't want to do that. So we're gonna put in this air diffuser. We're gonna make one. We're gonna have to do a lot of modifications first. We're gonna have to change the shackles. It's a big task because I want that flat underneath the bottom of the frame here, but I think we'll be able to do it. It's just gonna take some fabricating. So this is what it looks like under here. Not a lot going on in this little two-wheel drive. Hanging below the frame, it's just the exhaust and these hangers and some rivets for this cross member. So we're going to remove the exhaust, we're going to remove the cross member because those are the easiest two things. We'll have to cut out these rivets. Then we're going to have to bite the big bullet and support the truck and remove these hangers and either make new shackles or buy the factory ones, because the factory ones are a lot shorter. I haven't decided on that yet, but I want to get smooth underneath here so a piece of aluminum can just lay nice and flat all the way from, like, basically I think we're gonna go all the way to this edge like this. The flat piece will go all the way out to here, and I'll change this support to go from there to the end of the aluminum there, and then we'll make fins accordingly. And then as far as the exhaust goes, I want to put it going through the center. So after I take this off, because it actually unbolts just in front of the muffler up there, there's a flange, a V-flange. I can just take it apart and I'll build a new exhaust that comes right out the center in between like two fins. So this is probably going to be pretty easy if I can find someone with a brake that will do it for me. But it just got one piece of sheet metal that folds right here, you know, this 3 to 4 inches or whatever this is, and then extends after the fold. It'll extend out to I'm guessing, you know, just like this far. And then I don't know yet how many fins or where exactly, but I'm thinking I'll put one here on each side. I need 2 in the middle, which means I could probably do that and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ish, something like that. I'll measure them and get them perfect, but I think 8 fins. We'll put a tip in the middle. Single exhaust, not dual exhaust anymore. After the factory Y pipe, it's going to the cat, the factory cat still, just because we're keeping it simple for now. I have a natural V flange. I can just unbolt it, make a new one there after the cat. And then I'm thinking about using this, thinking about it. Maybe I'll put this right in the center. Finally have a use for it, since I don't know if you remember the story about this stupid muffler, but there was supposed to be 2 of these. These were going to be the tips for the Dodge Magnum, but they discontinued it after only selling me the one they had in stock. And I didn't, anyway. So I'm just trying to find a use for it. So it's, shit. So it's a nice MagnaFlow pass through. I'm thinking after that cross member's gone, oh well, actually it's not going to be higher than that, so it'll be sticking out this low. I'm wondering, is that lower than this? That's almost, I think we can suck it up there. It won't hang too far below this, hopefully. We'll have to get the thingy made first and then see what it looks like. Oh man, I hate you working on these rubber things. It's hard work. It's like you got water dripping. Yeah, it's condensation. I just want to go watch like Peter Pan or something. Ouch. I just set my head on. It should just come out. Watch your hands. It's not coming out. Okay, we'll worry about that later. We gotta get all the space. Oh, tires off the ground. I guess that's all the space we get. All right, lift them up.
Oh yeah.
Let it down, hold on. Oh, we're stuck. How'd we get stuck? Pick them up. Slowly, slowly. Walk to your, that way. Okay. Okay. Stay right there for a sec. Okay, now walk backwards. Walk it out. That way. Watch out for the thing behind you. Alright, now that I've got the bottom half of the shackles unbolted and out of the way, I can cut out these rivets and get this hanger out of the way. And I've decided that I don't want to remove this cross member, at least not just yet. But that means that I'm probably going to have to now that I don't want to. Because this hanger is a little hard to get to, or a little harder to get to. It's riveted up top too, so that means I'd have to take off the bed if I want to get those rivets out and completely remove this. I was thinking I'll just remove these bottom rivets on each side, replace them with bolts that will also hold up the diffuser at the same time. Well, I can do one. I won't be able to reach the others. Okay, let's see if this guy works. That's not gonna work at all. I guess we're just gonna have to drill them all out. Well, after breaking my 3/8, I've got them drilled out. So I think I might need to drill them out one size larger. But let's give it a tap here with the hammer and see what happens. Just a little tap-a-roo. That worked. Yay! Alright, it's the next morning and we've got these things tacked together. I am going to weld them up. Let's take a quick look at them here. See, I took some measurements and they're pretty dang identical. I'm excited. This is going to be pretty awesome. Let's weld them up. Trust them. So let's get the other one welded up. Okay, so we've got those shackles welded on. Let's take a look at those. Not the shackles, the shackle hangers welded on. They're not the prettiest, okay? Alright. It's hard welding upside down on your back and it's raining hot metal on your, liquid hot metal on your face. So we gotta shorten these shackles, and it looks like I gotta shorten them by about 3 7/8 inches. We're gonna start with 4 just to be safe and see what happens, but we're going from 7.5 to about 3.5. So that's gonna be pretty short, and I'm also not super confident that those are even wide enough, like I got enough room for a shackle in there. That's exhausting, man. But I got one done. This is what it's gonna look like. Just gotta cut up the other one. My welder keeps messing up, man. It keeps arcing off inside the liner. I don't know what that's about. Right as it's going into the liner, it's arcing off and balling up, getting clogged. Over it. It's really old. Maybe it's time for an upgrade. Something that does TIG also. Well, here they are, all painted up with some gloss black. I just got to let them sit before I can really assemble it. And the first one definitely looks worse than the second one, but it is what it is. I took a different approach when I did the second one. Made it a little easier, you know, it's a learning curve. I mean, the second one is 100 times better than the first one, just from what you can learn. You know, when you're going in there blind and you don't know how you're going to make stuff, you don't even know what measurements you need to take. But, you know, I got it worked out. We'll get them on here in a minute. Phew! So after about a pound of metal dust all over the floor, I've got these things all figured out. They're looking pretty good. Nice and lined up well enough. They'll be roughly the same size when they go in. Now we just got to get them installed. And they're not, I mean, it's only been a couple hours, so the paint's probably going to get scratched up. But that's okay. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the second one I did a lot differently. I just didn't really grind it smooth. I did this part differently. Before I tried to cut, on the first one I tried to cut like as close as I could to this thing, and it just ended up kind of, you know, well, terrible looking. And then you had a lot of gap welding, you know, and to make it right. So this time I just cut a straight line all the way across and met up to it, which landed me right in the middle of that hole. So I thought about trying to make that hole bigger and then drilling that out so they look the same, but no. Okay, well, it sits in there all right. Oh, how the hell did that? Okay. Okay. That's the easy part of getting one bolt in. You get the old persuader out here. Yeah. Just needed. Ooh, owie. Well, I'm doing the test fitting, and the bolt won't go all the way through. I don't know if we'll be able to get this guy in there to show you, but it's off to the side, and I'm looking at this hanger right here, and it's clearly tilted back. I know I used a square here on this side, but I don't know, something happened after tacking, or when I tacked it, it moved. I don't know. But I think the only solution is to just cut this and like let this, pull this over so it's straight, and then weld it back up. Alright, I've got everything welded back into place, and shackles are bolted in, or they're loosely bolted in for now. We're just going to set this down on the ramps, see what happens. Okay, that's down, and I think I might have gave it a lift. Let's drive it off of here, see what happens. Alright, it might sound a little clunky because the bolts are just loose. Spit that ramp out. Oh, brother, it looks level. I think I did all right. Well, that's exciting. It worked. And now that's the end of this video, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there this long. The next video is going to be making the actual air diffuser, and then the third video will be fixing the exhaust. I've already got plans for that, but you're going to have to subscribe and hit the bell to see those videos. And if you want to help out and show your show some extra thanks, hit that super thanks button down there. And until next time, I'll see you later.